it's put into a mold, and then it goes into the oven. Then from that, a wax is made, and then it goes into this refractory shell, which goes into the oven, which I don't take a part in. That's done in the foundry. At 800 degrees, the wax melts out. The void is then filled up by molten bronze at 1,200 centigrades, at which point you then wait for that mold to cool down. When it cools down, you break the outer shell and you have a bronze. Now, that sounds quite simple. That process alone takes about a month. So I love to bring people to the foundry to show them that process, because it's really beautiful, especially when they're pouring the bronze in the foundry. It's something that still fascinates me today. I love being there when that's going on. It's something truly magical. However, it is better in the winter than in the summer, just because of the extreme temperatures around there.
La valoración de haber trabajado con Lorenzo durante estos 15 años, yo diría que ha sido muy gratificante y a la vez muy dura. Él es una persona hiperactiva, una persona que está constantemente teniendo ideas y como artista las quiere ya. Tiene un carácter muy de artista, es una persona muy explosiva, pero al mismo tiempo es una persona muy entrañable y con la que se puede dialogar. Cada vez las exposiciones serán más y más importantes, hasta el punto de tener una galería propia y exclusiva en España. Esta galería está en Almenar, en Lérida, y es la galería Rafart Gallery. Es una galería que tiene solamente obra de Lorenzo Quinn y tiene obra desde el principio hasta obras actuales.
Al margen de nuestra amistad, yo creí que era necesario que un artista como Lorenzo, y en la madurez que tiene, era necesario que tuviese un lugar exclusivo en el mundo donde reunir toda su obra, porque cada escultura suya comunica un mensaje a la gente.
Well, you can only imagine the honor for me to be here amongst all these sculptures, and someone that trusts you and your work so much as to dedicate an entire space only to your work.
Cuando decidimos poner la galería aquí, yo sabía bien cómo era él a través de los años que nos conocemos, pero él es exigente en cuanto, o sea, que él cuida cuando se monta una exposición todos los detalles, e incluso que a veces nos parece que tenemos la suficiente experiencia de conocerle y nunca se conoce bien, porque él siempre quiere las cosas siempre más bien hechas.
You know, I just hope for him that people appreciate it, that people like what they see, because there's no way not to take it personally if they don't, because it's only filled with my work. So, you know, a lot of hours went into preparing this space, the doors, the fountains, the sculpture themselves. So it's quite bewildering.
Una de las cosas que más distinguen a Lorenzo de los demás artistas es el significado de sus textos, porque él transmite los sentimientos con la escultura y los escribe en los textos que lleva cada escultura.
It's amazing how a few adjectives can spark so many different ideas and creatively speaking. For example, when this sculpture here, this one is called The Hand of God. And although it's not one of my poems or one of my writings, it's been for me one of the turning points in my career, in fact, was sparked by this poem which I read about the hand of God, which is called Footprints. It's a beautiful poem. I love this poem. When I read it the first time, it moved me. It moved me to the point that I said, I have to dedicate a sculpture to this poem. And other times I might be talking to my son, I might be talking to my wife or to a friend or even to somebody in an art show, and they'll say something which all of a sudden inspires me to make a sculpture. For me, it's very important. For me, it's very important to say something. It's very important that my art means something profound and is beyond the mere aesthetical aspect of an artwork. There has to be a fourth dimension. In any show I have around the world, translated in every single language, I will have the texts. I want people to know what I was thinking. I don't want a critic to tell them what they think I was thinking. I want to tell them what I was thinking. That doesn't mean that the people can't have their own opinion about the work, and in fact, I ask them often to express that opinion, and I love it when people come to me and say, Lorenzo, I see that you say this in this sculpture, but yet what you have done, the way I see this figure, I think it means this, which might be totally the contrary to what I was trying to say, which is great, because then that's the dialogue.
Creando esculturas es muy rápido. Yo considero que Lorenzo creando es un genio. Por eso está al prestigio y a la altura que tiene. O sea.
Patination is very, very interesting because patination is what really makes the sculpture come alive. It gives it the final imprint, and it's basically what then the people see when it's displayed in a museum or in a gallery or so forth and so on. And the election, of course, of a base, which can be marble, which can be stainless steel, which can be many different materials, it can be wood. And that is a very important and difficult process at times to find what really matches that piece and how to finish that sculpture. So I get involved in that too.